people? Yes, sir. We back. Good afternoon on this Thursday. What's up, y'all? Yes, sir. We are back. How's everybody doing? Hope your Thursday has been blessed so far, and I hope everybody has traveled and got to where they needed to go safe, man. If it's payday for you, go out and enjoy it. It's the day that you got money on your benefit card. Yo, go out and fill your house up with food. Feed the family. Whatever it is. If you got a job today, um, go out to a bar or something and go celebrate. You know what I mean? Whatever you do, go ahead and have fun today. Go have fun, whatever it is that y'all want to do today. Yeah, we back. We're back for the second time around for this boxing talk. We're gonna get into it. I mean, but everybody that's out there traveling, man, please arrive to the spot safe. Throwback Thursday, for y'all that don't know, or the ones that's not familiar, we get into a lot of boxing talk. We going back into time today. Somebody that my brother underrated one wanted to bring up. I don't know much about him. Um, I had enough time to study him, but I didn't do it because I forgot what I was supposed to be doing today. But really, I didn't forget. I was supposed to do something else. So we said it last week. We were going to talk about Ron David Lyle, throwback fighter. And my brother underrated is going to come up, and we're going to talk about that when he gets in. I would have went on to do it, but gotta wait on him. So let's get into it, right? For the first timers, for the regulars, anybody who's just stopping by to check it out, welcome to the No Duck Zone podcast. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Yeah, as soon as my brother underrated get in here, y'all, we can get this going. This button don't never work the way I need it to. Have a good evening, good evening. What's up? What's up, sis? What's the deal? What's the deal with y'all? What's up? Good afternoon. Wait for my brother to get in. I don't know where he's at right now, but hold on. Sent him. Sorry. What's for dinner? I don't know, baby girl. What is it that you like to eat? I think I'm gonna have a segment. I'm gonna do a show on that, on cooking. Actually, my brother D Free does that. I'm probably gonna have him up here when I do it. I don't know. Wait for underrated to come in so we can get this going about Brown David Lyles. Because this is the fighter that he wanted to talk about. So y'all just gotta forgive me. I can't really get it going. Um, because I didn't really look him up or study him. I seen that he had passed away February 26th of 2011. That's about the only thing I really got to see. It was just a quick glance because I was trying to look up a picture for him. Yeah, I don't know where underrated is. I told him 6 o'clock. I mean 6:05. He know already. Uh, for these Throwback Thursdays, for everybody who don't know, this is what I do in the afternoon. We get on boxing. Um, Something that we like to do. We like to honor our retired fighters, rather if they're deceased or even if they still here. We like to show our appreciations to them. So that's pretty much what we do because we try to, we want the people who don't know about boxing or who haven't, watched boxing in a while. I mean, for the people who haven't watched it in a while, that might not still know about fighters like Ron, Lyles, and some other fighters out there. We always try to come together and yeah. Well, I hope he didn't. I just talked to him a couple hours ago. I hope not. Kenya Rose, what's going on? Appreciate you, Queen. Oh, I hope not, because if he did that, that means I'm going to have to change my title. That means I'm not going to be able to talk boxing. At least I'm not going to be able to talk about, this guy because I don't know much about him, but it was just something that I wanted my brother underrated up here. And I was going to ask the questions and he was going to tell me about him. I mean, that's how it works. A lot of times you don't know nothing about somebody or celebrity or anybody. Instead of you trying to come up and assume something, you either got to do your homework or you have to have somebody who knows about them. And there he goes right there. There he goes. I was getting a little nervous. I was getting nervous, underrated.
I'm good. We good.
I was about to hop on. I was about to hop on Greyhound.
I'm good.
Know what I mean? You got us nervous. We over here sweating.
Oh, stop.
I said underrated's not gonna show. That's that Brooklyn shit. What's going on? The underrated one, the number one grinder, the best kept secret on social media, my Brooklyn brother.
I'm fine. I'm fine. Thank you. I'm fine.
All right, I looked Mr. Ron David Lyle up. Didn't really get to do much homework on him because I was in the middle of getting shit done.
Don't worry. I got you.
And but I said, you know what, my brother underrated is going to lead me into the history of this man's life and the things he did in boxing. And he was in boxing for a very long time,
Yeah.
from 1980 to 1995.
From
He had a
71 to 80, and again in 1995.
okay, and passed away in February 26th of 2011.
Yeah.
Wow, at 70
November.
years old. Well, they had well, what did they have? February? I don't know. They might have got it mixed up. But he 70 years old.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. So let's go back from the beginning. Being that I don't know, and the people in the chat don't know, but for people who want to know the history of boxing, walk us through what was Ron David Lyles like. I mean, far as boxing.
Lyles was a brawler. All right. He he he. I mean, some fights he win, but it seemed like the big ones he can never finish. And he was, yeah, I believe, I mean, he was a heavyweight contender, one of the top heavyweight contenders for a while. You know,
Yeah.
and so that's that's like the knock on him. He was a consistent contender. That, yeah, he fought Muhammad Ali. Then he fought Muhammad Ali 75. He fought George Foreman 76. His record was pretty good though.
Mm,
43, 7 and 1 with
mm.
31 knockouts. 31 wins by knockouts. That was pretty good. He just could not win the big one. That really the only knock. And he fought at a time like as we talk about
She said, just like Oscar De La Hoya, always losing the major fight. Hey, I love to see people participate in the conversations.
You know, like so. You know, he fought in a time that was the heavyweight division was very competitive,
Yeah,
and you know, so he just can't. I mean, he was into those fights, but he ended up losing. You know, so
he was a big guy too. He said 6'3".
yeah, he was big. Yeah, he was a very big guy. Yeah,
He's a big. He wasn't no. He was, and at that time, even at that time, heavyweights wasn't small.
no,
Uh, because Muhammad Ali was about 6'3".
yeah.
George Foreman was about 6'4".
Mhm.
Think Joe Frazier was what, 5'11", 6 foot, something like
So
that.
George Foreman,
No, Joe Frazier.
Joe
Joe
Frazier
Frazier.
was maybe I'd say give and take like 5'8", 5'9", something like give and take.
Yeah, yeah, give or take, right? Um, but everybody, even down to Ernie Shavers, a lot of these guys they had height on them, man.
Yeah,
They
and they
were
was
some pretty,
punches too.
yeah, they were pretty big guys, and guys forget just their size, just forget just their height. They were guys that could punch.
Yeah.
One punch can make you a vegetable. I mean, literally from coming from one of them. So, do you remember the first time you watched him?
The first time I watched him was the fight with Muhammad Ali back in '75. I believe that fight was on ABC Sports, and that's Muhammad Ali. I don't know how he was. Don't. I think I'll knock him out. I don't know, but that's the first time I see him.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
it was. George Foreman punch was. I'm gonna get George Foreman's brother up here. I'm gonna reach out to him. I haven't talked to him in a while, but I'm gonna reach out to him. I had him on Instagram, but I'm gonna reach out to him and try to get him on here and do something with him on one of these old school Thursdays. If I can't get him on a Thursday, I'm gonna get him up here when I can though, and we're gonna have him tell us a story. Because a lot of people have not heard the story about George, but I'm gonna make sure when I do it, everybody's up here to see it.
yeah, so that's the first one I seen. That's back in '75 when I was like reading it, and that's how I remember watching the fight. Cause I remember me and my father watched the fight, and I was like me, father, somebody else, everything at the house. This all for BK New York, you know. And I was like,
Mm,
wow.
yeah.
But you know, he hit it. Now you look at the the record. He ain't ducked nobody. You know
Um.
what? He didn't duck nobody. He fought everybody. It just the knock of him. You know, he get to the dance right,
Yeah.
but he never left with the girl.
Yeah.
That was the thing. And that's the only little knocker. That's the only knocker. But we can say the same thing about Ernie Shavers too. When we did last week.
Yeah. Yeah.
So him and Ernie Shavers do have something. They have a lot. Not to say quite a few. A lot of snippets, but if you hear if you look at their record almost identical, the same. I think Ernie Shavers had maybe have a higher racial knockout, than Ronnie Lyles, but I mean, get back to Ronnie Lyles, he can never win the big one.
Yeah. Yeah. His now, what was his record again?
His record was uh 43-7-1 with 31 knockouts.
43-7-1 with 31 knockouts. Not bad.
No, not at all.
Not bad. 43 wins with 31 knockouts, not bad.
Not bad at all. No,
Shows me that he had a lot of punching power. He was a KO artist.
he was a KO artist, and so you
Mm.
think about right, and there are some people that as you know, in the Hall of Fame, do not have champion, right? Do not have a belt, right?
Yeah.
So My thing was that I said I'm gonna put this out there. Should Ronnie Lyle should consider to be um, in the Hall of Fame? I mean, if you look at this record now, this record's not bad at all.
Yeah.
It's
Nah,
not
it's not
bad at all.
43 and 7 with 31 knockouts is not bad.
Not bad at all. Right. And so, but I'm gonna talk about that on my channel, Underrated Boxing Talk. We gonna have those talks. So I'm gonna say that to my channel. And
Yeah.
so Marty Lyles, he didn't love nobody. He fought the world. He fought Muhammad Ali. He fought George Foreman and others. He fought too. You know, you know.
But you know what underrated? Just like today's boxing, there's certain fighters that they get mentioned
Mhm.
because they are the fan favorites. But why is it that guy that's across the ring is just a guy that doesn't get paid attention to? Like even back in those days, Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier,
Uh, uh,
George Foreman,
mhm.
like you knew those names. And that's not to take nothing away from Ernie Schaefer's and Ron, but it's like why would they names mention like that? Why was it? I feel like they were overlooked because even when you mention them today, there's only a small portion of people who are familiar with those names. I mean, if you were around, you were around. Does that have something to do that people just don't care about those names, or they weren't taught history?
I think it's a little of both, but I think that when you mention those names, we always consider champions, right?
Yeah.
We never really talk about the ones who was on the wars with them that helped them push them into great. And I think we
Mm.
got to have that conversation too. That we're gonna have it on the Underrated Boxing Talk too in the near future. With my brother here, Clarence McClay. We got to touch on that because these are the fighters that make force them other fighters to be great. But we never give them credit to step in, to push them.
Yeah.
And so that's the thing that we need to talk about. Ronnie Lyles, he would he didn't love nobody. You know, you know, he fought again in 1995. Um, you know,
Which that was surprising. Well, it really wasn't surprising that he fought in '95 because at that time George Foreman was still, he had just made his comeback like the year before, so it's not really surprising that he was still going at that time. Actually, it's amazing to see a guy that starts out in the '70s, and even if they stop in the '90s, they come back and get involved in it. I think that's kind of, it's kind of, it's kind of cool. You
yeah.
know what I mean? You don't
Uh,
expect them to keep up with today's heavyweight at that time because you had a lot of dangers in '95. In that whole '90s era, from 1990 to 1999, was a lot of bad heavyweights
yeah,
that can not only hurt you but could possibly retire you.
yeah. But could I
Um,
ask a question before I continue?
yes, sir.
In the chat, Algebra, she said, "I heard George Foreman I heard George Foreman punch was wild before he met the late great Archie Moore. Archie Moore was a former long
God
time light heavyweight
damn.
champion. I believe he became his trainer maybe when he first started. I'm not sure about the timing, but at that time, Joe Paul was punching wild. But the late great Archie Moore had taught him how to set up his punches. the arts of it, the jab and stuff, how to go to the body, how to cut off corners. Archie Moore brought that to George Foreman. I tell you like this though, the fight that y'all need to watch back in '72. That's when the late great George Foreman fought the late great George Joe Frazier. George Frazier, I mean Joe Frazier.
Go crazy.
Joe Frazier. Joe Frazier was the heavyweight champion of the world at the time because he defeated in '71 unanimous decision against the late great Muhammad Ali at Madison Square Garden. I'm just giving y'all the back. That's back in '71. If y'all don't believe me, y'all can look it up. Back '71, he defeat. So that following year, I believe, yeah, right, in '72, 73, something like that. That's when George Foreman. If you just watch the fight with the late great George Foreman and Joe Frazier, if you see George Foreman trying to bully him and you see George Foreman pushing him more. Before George Foreman was not doing that, but you see his jab, and I know people say he swung wild and everything, but you got to understand George Foreman was like more than 6 feet, and the late great Joe Frazier, he was only, I said, give and take, like 5'8", 5'9".
Yeah.
And Joe Frazier was very. I think the one thing, unless he nodded, he nodded to move his head, not move his body. So it seemed like that he was swinging wild. But if you notice that, I told people you got to watch that fight. If you notice, that's when George Foreman started measuring him. He started throwing uppercuts and stuff. But I just want to throw that in. What the sister was talking about. I just want to throw that in. Now, get back to Ronnie Lyles. He also had a strong amateur career record, amazing 25-4, including a national AAU heavyweight championship win in 1970. He turned pro in 1971. Reputation of a powerful and aggressive heavyweight throughout the years. Let me throw that in. Notable wins is Ernie Shavers that we talk about. Oscar,
Yep.
late great Ernie Shavers, the late great Oscar Barlavito. Jimmy Ellis, that's another tough one too. Jimmy
Yeah.
Ellis is, it's a tough guy. We need to talk about him soon. And in tough losses, legends Muhammad Ali and George Foreman that we've been to. And also a comeback at the highest from the sports following his knockout loss to Jerry Cooney in 1980. Allows return in 1995 for a brief comeback, winning a four fight before retiring for good. So he came back on 4 straight fights.
Yeah. Um, you just gave me. I just thought about something. That's who we're going to be talking about next. For our next Throwback Thursday is Archie Moore. We're gonna go with Archie Moore. Um, these throwback fighters is very important. So, hey, Archie Moore, we will be doing. He was from Ohio. Boxing is like Ohio's official sport. Yes, yes, Ohio is. And shout out to Ohio. Shout out to my man.
Yeah.
Shout out to my brother Marcus Noll. Ohio runs boxing. Shout outs to my man Prince Brewer out there in Cleveland, Ohio. Cleveland, um, Cincinnati. The whole Ohio. Toledo, Ohio. Ohio, man. Shout out to the whole Ohio. I'm looking to get there one day. Um, so yeah, Archie Moore next Thursday, y'all. So
Mhm.
I'm gonna put it up and let y'all know. Um, what was it about Lyles that attracted you to his style of boxing?
Will it attract me?
To his style of boxing, yeah,
What attracts me? We did Ernie Shavers. Ernie Shavers came at you, right?
yeah,
And you know, about Lyles. His was like more fundamentally sound. He jabbed. He didn't really like waste his punches, right? But he left himself open too. You know, he had a plan, and like he was there. He just fight, you know.
Yeah, yeah. You know, we always have something that attracts us to watching a fighter, or that makes us keep constantly watching the fighter. I think it's not just we like boxing. It's something about that fighter, rather it be the way they talk or the way they perform in the ring. Everybody has their own different reason for liking the fighter, which that's why I don't like the arguments that I hear today on these chats, because you say you like a fighter and then somebody else, because they don't like him for whatever reason, they want to know why you like them and what does that fighter do so great. I might see something in that fighter that you don't see, and just because you don't see it, that doesn't give you a right to tear down who I like. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So a lot of times I have to always ask, what was it that you saw in these fighters that made you say, you know what, this guy's gonna be special? Because you might have saw something in him that everybody else might have been like, yo, he's a bum. Because you got some people that's like that. They'll just be like, yo, ain't nothing special about him. He's a bum. And you saw something where you just say, yo, this is gonna be the next guy up, the next star up. Which is it's a beautiful thing. And all these opponents that you said he has fought are noticeable opponents, and everybody's everybody's familiar with him. Um, Now that list again that you said, the who was his opponents again? Go down that list again.
You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. Notable wins against fighters like Ernie Chavis, Oscar Benavina, and Jimmy Ellis. Those are notable wins. Tough losses, legends like Muhammad Ali and George Foreman. Now, I'm trying to
Mm.
pull up another ranking, but it will not let me. Let me see. Oh, let me see something.
Uh,
Okay. Some of he said his professional losses was the late great Jerry Quarry, late great Jimmy Young. He lost to Jimmy Young twice. Muhammad Ali, George Foreman, Lynn Bell, and Jerry Cooney knocked him out.
mm. And that was what year?
No, those are like different fights. They didn't say. So I guess
Mm.
it's Jimmy Quarry. You know, Jimmy Quarry. That has to be when he first started fighting professionally. So we could say, give or
Okay.
take, maybe 71, 72. Jimmy Young had to be during that time because Jimmy Young was fighting. So it had to be with those times, or like the early 70s.
What what was it like at that time, underrated, to watch boxing, sit in your living room or wherever you were at to watch boxing? What was the times like at that time? Not just in boxing, but in New York. What was the atmosphere like when when you seen somebody who looked like you, who's doing something great, um, and they're daring to be great, no matter if they were boxers or basketball players or lawyers, doctors, whatever. Um, what was it like at that time to just be around boxing?
Boxing was at that time like a religion, especially us.
Mm,
You know, you have boxing, hey, basketball or anything, sports and everything. At that time, Muhammad Ali was an international hero, but at that time.
yeah,
But for us, when we see these fighters, because you gotta think that's one of the outlets the boxing they had on ABC Sports. I
yeah,
mean, they had other outlets. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying they didn't. You hear what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
the main outlet was ABC Sports. Then you got a few years later, that's when HBO came in like in the 80s and stuff. But that's all we had.
Yeah.
So picture like you watch like another sport and then they had like boxing back to back. You make time for that. You know, just at certain times, you know, the streets is quiet.
Bane, what up? Yeah.
So
Um, I miss when people threw get-togethers for boxing events. People still do it today, but I don't like going to boxing get-togethers. I'm gonna be real with you. Um, I stay home.
mhm.
It sounds boring, but I can't be around people. I don't like nobody talking to me when the fight's on. I mean, of course, it makes it more better sometimes, and I'm gonna have to snap out of it because one day I'm planning on throwing the fight party, but it won't be at my goddamn house though. That's not happening. Yeah, underrated. That's not happening. You heard what you seen what happened when you seen what happened when Play did one for house party and they broke his damn toilet. You won't break my you won't come in here breaking my shit up. Um but yeah, I don't really like doing it, man. When it comes to watching boxing, I'm cool. Like Tiffany will tell you, there's times she went out and hung out and I'll be home, glued into the TV. Like I'm gonna be glued into the TV this month, October 25th, for the Thurman and Fedora.
Mhm.
So it's certain things that I'm just glued into the TV. But yeah. So like you said, boxing was like it was. I don't know how could you say it. Like you said, it was like the Bible.
Yeah, and it
People had,
was. And
people had
also
to have it.
yeah, and also I mean control. Then I'm gonna tell you how creative we was too. Something it could be one person could have a TV, right? And they have
Yeah,
these extension cords that hang out
yeah,
the window and stuff, like the first or second floor.
yeah,
And then sometimes might bring the table out there. They put it like where the sidewalk at, and they
yeah,
watch it.
yeah.
Now, I remember
Um,
those times, you know, or you had somebody like maybe they have living in a brownstone. When I was living there before I moved to the project, like one side was like brownstone, the other side had brownstones and apartment buildings.
yeah.
So sometimes it used to be two or three TVs outside. Or you know, or sometimes you know somebody you know the ones look like us. They look good and everything. We've been invited there, you know, and we used to live right next to the Phoenix House. Now
Oh
people say
wow.
what the Phoenix House was like. You know, whoever on drugs, no matter what color you are, you get help you get rehabilitated and stuff like that. And sometimes they used to give up. They used to have lunches. They used to
Yeah,
sometimes so sports. So like if they know you to have you come to see the fight, and you know sometimes they have you know having like you know at that time they had like a very big
yeah,
very very big space that you could watch. So at that time, ABC Sports was the place. So you know, if you into boxing, into sports, and everything. When I talk about the streets was quiet, the streets were quiet. Then when you, oh, they lost and everything, and this and that, oh, okay, all right. You know, somebody had to be upstairs to make sure, you know, the court, make sure they don't get caught in everything. But, you know, those are the times. Those are the times, you know, I said what I remember. Those were some good times. Shout out to brother BVO. Shout out to you, but
oh yeah.
those are the times that
BBO, what's up, BBO? What up, brother?
yeah those were the times that actually people used to make food right and bring it outside.
Yeah,
I remember when we used to watch. watch, with their husband or with their uncle or their brothers and stuff. It was
Mm,
someone was into boxing, yeah, and or sometimes they you you got family. I used to have my mother, my late uncle, my late aunt. They used to live in East New York, so sometimes they used to call us. Oh, we gonna watch this fight now. Come on. That's how it was back then. You know?
yeah. Um, yeah, it was, at the time, of course, I know y'all saying, what does this have to do with what we talking about? It has a lot to do because I never just want to know about the fighters. I always just want to know what was the atmosphere like? What were the people like? How did black people treat each other back then? Because I wasn't thought of, so I can't tell you. We talking about the 70s. I didn't come into 83. So those type of questions are always important. And also, this is another thing. Sometimes we like to bring these up so people who was around at the time it gives them some kind of feel good because they can go back and tell you what they were doing at the time. A lot of people like my brother underrated and people who are his age or under him or older than him remember exactly where they were when these fights took place. Rather if it was middle school, high school, or coming out of college. That's why it's always important to ask that. Throwback Thursdays is basically reminiscing,
Yeah. And
and
also community centers,
I
of
think
course.
I think also I do this boxing a lot for throwback, but I'm gonna probably start switching it up just a tad, um, because I want to start asking people, do they remember when they went to their first house party? We're gonna reminisce on one Thursday on the radio. We're gonna start some shit up in here.
Yeah.
We're gonna start some up in here. So make sure y'all be a part of that. Well, go ahead, brother.
And also too, any community centers was open. Sometimes the fight comes um like on the weekend. Sometimes
Yeah,
they open the community center to have the people watching it. It was
yeah,
common back then.
yeah,
Churches.
yeah.
And so
It was deeper than boxing.
it was deep in the body. Even you got some store. If you cool with the store owner and stuff like that, I ain't man with certain times you cool with the store owner, they ain't invite anybody. They ain't invite everybody. You go in there, yeah. Hey, you can't go to the front door. You can go to the side and back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
That's how it
yeah.
was.
Uh, like they would say today, what a time to be alive back then, right?
Yeah, I mean,
To be around to even speak about all this, to witness it. Um, Special. It's like what more can you ask for? Um, but do we know how um Ronnie Lau how did he if you know how did he die? Was it a natural cause?
um, hold on, let me
Yeah, that's always important. And give people the year he was born and the year he passed.
yeah, hold
In case
on,
people might want, yeah, in case people might want to go look him up and do their history. We did Ernie Shavers last week. Go check that out too, y'all. Um, and I forgot who I
okay,
said.
let me see, let me go back. 'Cause I had it. Oh, let me just bear with me, fam.
I forgot who I said we was doing next week. That's crazy.
Archie Moore.
Archie Moore, y'all. She said something with his stomach. Oh, okay, okay. Because I didn't get to read that. I could have, but the timing was off for me. If I would have, what's so crazy? We said this last week. We was going to talk about him. This week was just so much going on and me trying to get so much stuff together. I didn't even have time. I finally looked him up today, and I was like, today might be a little too late to look him up.
Oh, I forgot. Let me read before I take on. He now people said who's Buster Mathis? Muhammad Ali defeat him back in the mid-60s. Buster Mathis. I met the Oscar Richard. Vincent Rondo. He also was a heavyweight contender. Ernie Shaver, John Berger. We lost them not too long ago. And Giorgino Porter and Scott Ludo better know his fight against George Foreman back in '76. Which they said was the fight of the year in Ring Magazine. He passed.
uh,
He was born on February 12th, 1941, in Dayton, Ohio, like the sister was saying, and he passed away at the age of 70. In Denver, Colorado, right?
did he have wife, kids?
I believe he had one child. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. He had one child, David Bowen.
Uh,
So David Bowen, yeah, you know.
man. Well,
And he
champ
was
lived
his
his
height.
life.
His height was 6'3". He was 6'3". He was a big guy, 6'3". His parents was Nellie Lyles and William Lyles.
He he lived his life.
It was like, yeah.
He lived his life. Can't be uh can't be mad at that.
So
Um, we always say it though, but it makes sense when we do this to think about what type of damage he could have done if he was here today with the heavyweights in boxing today.
I believe he would have been a champion.
Because a lot of guys, they make avoiding you so easy that you don't have to call it out. What I mean by that is that when you look at somebody like you see somebody like David Benavidez, where it's like he can't get what he wants, and he's not the only one. There's been a lot of fighters that have wanted certain fighters and couldn't get it, and when you want to fight somebody, and when somebody's avoiding you. So, and it's always been like that in the sport of boxing, where sometimes you didn't get the best fighting the best, but sometimes the best would be fighting on the same card, but their opponents probably wouldn't be who they wanted their opponents to be, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Um, it's like, yo, we could have been fighting tonight. Oh yeah, you're right, but well, I'll tell you what, let's set it up for the next one. And then sometimes it never happens because either the money ain't right or you still trying to build the fight. Um, but for sure, had he been around today, it sounds like he would have been a problem, if you ask me.
yeah, he was very wow. You know, he would have
And the
said it.
biggest problem it would have been is who fights him. Because if he gets in there and he's KOing people, you know how these boxing fans are today, they weird. First thing they'll say is, man, Lyle ain't fight nobody. I bet you he can knock Tyson Fury out like that. And you like the wild animal eater, he doesn't even fight no more.
Right.
Well, I bet you he'll knock Wilder out. But why you want to see that happen?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are we talking about? Well, I tell you what, tell David Benavidez to go up to heavyweight, let him fight him. Like what? What?
Yeah.
Because people say the wildest stuff out their mouth. Man, I'm telling you, these people,
I
boxing
would
should
say,
not be in,
yeah.
boxing
But you know,
shouldn't be in so many people's like. I don't know, man.
I would say this, brother. I'm telling him, I said, listen, we're going to show that y'all do your history about. If
Yeah,
if you put those times in the '70s, right? I'm just
yeah,
talking about the contenders, right?
uh huh,
and you put them like in a tournament like six
Yeah,
with these fighters of today, it would have been embarrassing.
yeah,
It would have been a Livingston now. We ain't fight. No. Because if Ronnie Lyle, the late great Lonnie Lyles and the late great Ernie Shea, if they want to fight right now, and I'm talking about the disaster that they fought then, and you bring right now, oh no. They would have been champions.
yeah, yeah. Um, that's the thing about this. That's the thing about the sport of boxing and the business part is that it's just certain things that we gonna understand and certain things we don't understand. But I don't know, man. I don't know how to put it or describe it. Just when you think you know something, you don't. You know what I mean? That's how I'm gonna put it like that. Um, how do you think underrated some of them heavyweights from back then that we talk about?
Mm-hmm.
Study us always just picking one and saying how he would do in this era. Take everybody that we just named from Ali to Ernie Shavers, all of them that we just named. How do you think they all would do today? Like, let's just say they all 21, 22 years old. How do you think they all would do today?
We would see greatness because they were not ducked nobody. I mean, like, you think about I said, for instance, if Order would have came out like in 2020, right? Let's say that, right? Clean the slate, right? Do you know how many times it'll be exchanged of the heavyweight champion? And the ones right now, I'm talking right
Yeah,
this minute, they would be contenders. We would actually probably see trilogies.
yeah,
We probably see, oh yeah, oh, we gonna fight this person. We gonna fight this person within six, maybe. Uh, for them, it was not be no tune-up fights. No, we gonna get it on like with the 6 to 8 months later.
yeah.
Then if you win, okay, then it was 1-1. Then oh yeah, we gonna fight again. We doing trilogies.
Yeah.
That's what it would have been. I believe that. I believe that would have been you throw Larry home. Yeah, oh yeah.
You know what?
You
I think, not to cut you off, I think if them guys were here today, young as the way they are, Turkey Al Sheik would have a problem because them guys are going. Not, I don't mean a problem like that, but them boys go. They will go over there and make some of that money, some of that Saudi money. I think if them guys had a chance, some of them guys had a chance to make 30 or 40, 50 million. Now some of them was making great money. But you know, what you see them with the guy get the day messing with Turk, oh my God. Everybody would have wanted a piece of the pie.
and I'm gonna
But
go
you
one
know,
thing. Yeah, I'm gonna go one thing better, bro. And then they would have went to Sheik to listen. I want this fight.
yeah.
I don't care about that. I want this fight.
Yo, can you imagine George Foreman going to Turk and saying, yo, I want a Deontay Wilder fight? And I'm talking about young Deontay Wilder, the
What?
one the knockout artist, and we talking about George Foreman who was putting heads to bed. Can you imagine him going to him and saying, I want the fight with me and Wilder. George Foreman, Wilder, let's set it up, Turk. Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus. And we talking about George Foreman with the afro, ladies and gentlemen. Like, Jesus. I mean, that would have been amazing. Muhammad Ali versus AJ.
Mm-hmm.
Could have happened. Usyk versus Joe Frazier.
Yeah.
Could happen. It could happen. Or we could put Usyk versus. No, that's a bad one. Take that back. Or we can give you Usyk versus Holyfield because
Yeah.
they both were cruiserweights.
Right.
Oh man, you talk about the money that would be made today. They would be robbing the bank. Underrated, robbing the bank blind.
Yeah.
Thank God, they were saying no pay per views because, geez, if you put that on pay per view, you was coming out your pocket because you was probably, I don't know, you probably was gonna pay $100 for that.
Because I'm saying right there, wild animal eater, he would not stand a chance with Ronnie Lyle, the late great Ronnie Lyles or Earl Shaper.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him. Oh yeah, the wild animal eater. Forgot about him.
He
Yeah.
he gonna run, he ain't gonna fight him. AJ, we ain't talking about AJ. Forget about him. He no,
We ain't even picking on AJ.
no, we're not. We gonna leave him. We gonna leave Scary Boy in the corner.
Eh,
He ain't want to have no parts of no parts of the.
oh
Let
man.
me yo listen. Let me give me some get away money. I shut my mouth. I ain't fighting.
Yeah, man. That's 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 crazy, bro. That time would have definitely been it definitely would have been different, man. To
You
see
talking
that.
about ducking? Let me say my
Oh
brother came. My brother
man.
right here came with ducking. You talking about ducking?
I just came with a name. They actually had well, they was ducking. I gotta fight who? Who's
No,
my mandatory? Nope. Nope. I
no,
drop every single damn belt I got. Nope.
no. This person. I'm in the top five of IBF and WBA, WBC. Also WBO in the top 10. You gotta fight him. That's man. So one way or the other. Nah. Give me some money to sit this out.
Yeah.
You asking me to fight them? You see what they did to them? Nah, you give me some money. Maybe I lose some weight and go to cruiserweight.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me tell you, it would have been great to see what those guys would have been like. Even Larry Holmes. It would have been great. It would have been great to see what those guys would have been like today and making their money with Turkey Ali Sheik.
I mean,
Would
people
have been
gotta
great.
understand that, you know, Ronnie Lyles, we gotta understand he came for the time of the golden decade of boxing, especially the heavyweight division.
Yeah.
He tried. All I'm just saying, he just never get it done.
Some fighters have takes, and some are just good enough to have their name mentioned.
Yeah,
If you get what I'm saying.
and also
Like
Ronnie Lyle. Yeah, also
you know how they say
yeah.
this person George Foreman was this and Ali was that, Frazier was this. Ron Lyle, yeah, he was pretty good. And you like, damn, he had to be pretty more than good. Yeah, he was on there, but he wasn't on the level as the rest of them. And you go, all right, but do you discredit him? I'm not discrediting him. I'm just saying he wasn't on the same level as them. And I go, well, everybody can't be that shining star.
Yeah, you know. Only thing about Ronnie Lyles, I forgot to bring up earlier. He
Yeah.
ran out at time at certain fights. He ran out of gas too fast.
You said he what?
He ran out of gas too fast. His stamina was always questioned.
Oh wow. Wow. Um, damn, that sucks. but it happens. Stamina is very important. And some of these amateur boxers, they find that out the hard way. That
Mm-hmm.
it is because a lot of them, sometime in the first, second round, they'll gas out. But stamina is very important. Because you'll gas out worse as a pro than you will an amateur.
Right.
Amateur is only 3 rounds, so it's like shit. If you can't make it past 3 rounds and you've been boxing for a while, you might want to reconsider on doing something else outside of
I
boxing.
think I feel the only championship he really had was not in professional. It was in the he was an AAU heavyweight champion back in 1970. That's the closest. If you say as a champion,
Yeah,
that's his only. I feel that's his only accomplishment. I don't want to bad. I don't want to. So he
yeah.
came close at times, and then, that's his own. That's his own. Time. I mean, back then the AAU heavyweight back then was no joke either.
No, because then we had the scariest man, baddest man on the planet. I am Mike Tyson. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And you had a lot of guys at that time who should have been leaving out of boxing, but who wanted to stay. I think Larry Holmes was probably one of the main ones because at this time George Foreman had left, but he came back. But I don't think he had any desire to fight Mike Tyson. And Muhammad Ali was already retired. Larry, excuse me, Joe Frazier was already done. Mike ended up. Joe Frazier to me dodged the bullet. I'm gonna tell you why. He dodged the bullet, right? Because then his son ended up taking the bullet. Man, what Mike did?
A hefty bullet.
Yeah, a heavy one. I was like, damn, man. And I'm looking in Joe Frazier's face, and I'm looking at him like, damn, I don't want this for my son, but better you, son, than me.
And you see how Mike Tyson, when he hit him, Mike Tyson knew. It's like that Mike Tyson said, like I'm just going by what I see. I could be wrong.
Yeah,
Like, I'm supposed to do this to you, not to
I,
him. And then so
I think the only,
that's something to
I think,
think about. What you
I
say,
think, yeah, you right, you right. Mike had a lot of respect for people. The one that he admired the most that he probably would have never gave a fight to was Ali.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else was on the menu. Um, when Larry Holmes beat Muhammad Ali, that pissed Iron Mike off,
Yeah,
and he had to get his revenge.
and because the
And
way how it went down,
oh boy, did he get his? Did he get his? I'm glad he didn't, because he could have really hurt. I still feel like he took it easy on Larry, if you ask me, because he could have really like, not saying he didn't. He could have put Larry in the. Know what I'm saying? Larry could have left that ring in the stretcher.
and I understand Larry Holmes, he was 48-0 at one time.
Oh, that's a fact.
Before he won title. A lot of people don't know. See, we don't get credit Larry Holmes either. We don't get
Yeah,
credit Larry Holmes. He
poor
one of the
Larry.
great ones too. But
Poor Larry.
but he didn't like how how he was beating on Mama.
No, he didn't. You know
Yeah,
what? It's
he
almost
did.
like watching. It's like watching your father figure, somebody that's like your father figure. You know what I'm saying? And you like, or your bigger brother. You like, nah, I got to get payback, man. You ain't about to do that.
He thought he should have slowed up and everything, had a ref and everything. But
But listen, I'm gonna be real with you. Let's keep it 100 with you. Larry couldn't slow nothing on Muhammad Ali because his pay was already slow.
yeah.
His pay was already slow.
Hmm.
You know what? I always like to go back and watch the Don King movie on YouTube. If y'all never seen it, go watch it on YouTube. If you put up the Don King movie on YouTube, and the dude who played Melvin and Baby Boy, whatever his name is,
Tyrese.
yeah, he played Don King, and he did a damn good job. And man, listen, that's why I don't understand why Don King was testing these dudes. These dudes were, first of all, these dudes were too big to be playing with.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm a guy, I want to pay you your money because I don't want no beef. I don't need you coming to my house. I don't need you running down on me. Like, that's a horrible feeling. But yeah, Mike didn't like that. He didn't like it at all. You know, you hurt somebody that I loved, that I looked up to. Like he said, when I saw Muhammad Ali come to my school or whatever, he was somewhere where he saw him,
Mm-hmm.
and he was like, "Yo, that's the type of attention I want." Vin, yeah, Vin Rains, yeah,
Very range, right? Yeah, and
yeah.
so this is the thing about that. And I ain't gonna get off the subject, but I'm
No,
just gonna say,
go ahead. We rocking. We almost over
okay,
anyway. Go
okay,
ahead, rock out,
all right, cool.
rock
But
out.
this is what I'm saying about Muhammad Ali. How his influence of especially young black boxers, because he took time and talked to them. He took time and tell them that, hey, look, I want you to be great and everything. Do things in the community. Tell them about the system. And it resonate for us as people, resonate us as a people, but especially us as black men, because what Mike Tyson feel, right? I felt the same way too.
Yeah.
Now let's go back to 74. And I said this before, you know, why Muhammad Ali, why the Africans had certain hatred of George Foreman. He did not know at the time. Later on, he realized it. He bought a German Shepherd, but the ones, I think the French or Portuguese, something like that, was sicking doors on them Africans. And also, they remember when Muhammad Ali was fighting for his rights, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I feel that he was like one of the leaders of the black nationalist movement back then. Rightfully, we needed that. And they had George Foreman in the 68 Olympic Games in Mexico City, Mexico City, Mexico, waving that black, right? Waving that flag.
Yeah.
That has a profound effect to 74. And we remember that. Not just the African, we remember that. And these when I'm talking about, y'all, these are the times that Ronnie Lyles was fighting at the time. He was fighting in those times. And so I didn't even mention that. So when Muhammad Ali fought in Africa, when the African joined with tanks, yeah, boy, yeah, because they see what happened in 68.
Yeah.
They understand what's going on in America for us as African descent. I'm not talking about other people. Yes, other people too, but I'm talking about us as African descent. Muhammad Ali was our hero. He was our symbol. He was the one who was talking for us. He was the one standing up against this wicked system.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We
Yeah.
identify with it. And George Foreman, they considered George Foreman as an enemy. But I just want people to understand that's when Lyles and the late great Ronnie Lyles and the late great they fought in those times. And so it's not like Ronnie Lyles and fought. It was an uphill climb. Because not like Ronnie Lyles had to fight against these people. They had to fight against those times too. I don't know his political beliefs was. They didn't say. I was looking for it, what he believed in, but they were talking about fights, And
Yeah.
so That was those times that they fought in, and so when we fought, when we see Muhammad Ali fought, shoot, it was he always say that I'm not fighting for me, I'm fighting for our people, I'm fighting
Yeah,
against the system.
yeah,
So when Muhammad Ali fight against these people like Ronnie Lyles and stuff, they the enemy.
yeah,
You with the system. I'm the people champion, universal. You know what I'm saying? But I'm
yeah,
talking for us as a people, African descent. He meant a whole lot to us. So when Muhammad Ali fought Ronnie Lyles, and he was a good fighter, I was going for Muhammad Ali all day because what he had an effect on us as a people, effect on me.
yeah,
I could
yeah,
stand up against this shit. He wasn't afraid. He took a lot. Muhammad Ali took a lot of losses throughout his career. There's quite a few people looks like us had turned against him.
which is crazy.
Yeah, and so we have to understand. Ronnie Lyles had fought with those times, and so no matter what happened, Ronnie Lyles, you fight against George Foreman, and hey, like again, late great George Foreman understand what's going. Later on he understood, and when him and Ali became best of friends throughout the years to
Yeah,
his death.
yeah,
You know, and the late great George Foreman had a great respect of Muhammad Ali. There are certain ways that he acted and stuff. So Ronnie Lyles and them fought in those times. It's just that Ronnie Lyles, at times his stamina was questioned. And as a great
yeah,
fighter, you get taken, hey, that's what it is. There are some people said, did he really have a killer instinct? I mean, I don't know how you could say that. He 43-7, 31 knockouts. I
yeah.
mean,
You
what
can't
more
do
you could do?
that, man.
I mean, what you're talking about? What is you talking about? It's just that at the end of the day, his stamina
You
felt
know why? Because the people who don't know nothing about boxing will sit there and be like, "But he has 7 losses." So what?
right.
Being undefeated doesn't make you like the shit. It doesn't. Some of the greatest fighters in the world got losses.
Yeah,
Losses are just experience. It's
yeah. Look,
experience.
look at Roy Jones.
Mike Tyson got it. Roy Jones got it. Muhammad Ali had it. Joe
Right.
Frazier had it. Lennox Lewis had it. Pernell Whitaker had it. Whether if you
Mm-hmm.
agree with it or not, De La Hoya had it. Trinidad had it.
Mm-hmm.
James Toney had it. Holyfield had it. Riddick Bowe had it.
Yeah.
Huh? Tommy Morrison had it.
Mm-hmm.
Ray Mercer had it. Like, what are we talking about?
Right.
Should I go on?
Right. So you
But
think
hey,
about 43 and 7. Yes.
underrated? What do we know?
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know. We don't know what we're talking about. We the dumb ones.
Nah, I only got 3 people watching me and 7 likes. What do I know?
I mean, what did I know that I'm underrated Boston talk maybe 98, 99. Well, what did I know? I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't.
What do we know, right? We don't.
Yeah,
We just up here because we have nothing else better to do with our lives,
right.
man. But conversations like this is important, and it's the reason why Throwback Thursdays is important. To teach the history. I didn't know much about this man. I never really got to look him up. Had I would have looked him up last week or earlier this week, but there was so much going on for me this week, I didn't bother to check. But a lot of this I probably wouldn't have known. Now I can get to go look into his life. I can get to go read. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. Because it's the history. You got to know your history. Like everybody's just comfortable with today's boxing. So if you know Tenga Shakur and Devin and Ryan and Boots and Bud, that makes you know everything you need to know about boxing. Absolutely not. That means you only know today's boxing.
And had 43 in his career. Think about it. Had 43 and 7-1 in that time. You gotta tip your cap. All right, despite he didn't win the big one, right? He didn't win the right. You gotta tip your cap. You gotta tip your hat. 43 and 7.
Yeah,
Then he came back in 95, won 4 straight fights, and then retired.
yeah, pretty damn impressive if you ask me.
From 71 to
I
1980.
appreciate that you like this.
Thank you.
This is what we do. We try to not only educate the people, but I'm getting educated because I didn't know about this fighter. And my brother underrated decided to want to speak to him. Now, had he would have asked to go to anybody else's channel like this, they probably would have turned him down and said, "Why? Why
Well,
are we talking about the Ernie Shavers, Ron Lyle? Why are we talking about any of those guys? Yo, those guys were great fighters, but what about this? What about this whole Bud and this Bud and Crawford? I mean, Bud and Boots. Can we talk about that? 'Cause y'all don't want to know about it. They don't know anything about Sonny Liston, but or up on Crawford. But I like the educate. Oh yeah, thank you,
thank
and I
you.
appreciate you being here, sis. This is all
Yeah.
we trying to do. We're not trying to bore people. We're not trying to put people to sleep. My brother underrated was patient enough to come up here and go through this with me because it's not like I knew about this fighter. So now I get to go look him up. Now the first thing people say is, "How do you don't know about these guys and you're a boxing fan?" Well, if you don't know, you don't know. But that's why you go look them up.
Well, let me say this though, for more of your point, and I want to talk to the sister. And I'm just been keeping it real. I had conversations like that, and people in the past had turned me down. And Brother McLean right here has witnessed it. He had
Yeah,
witnessed it. So I just want to let the people know. I do know so far. I've been turned down, and he witnessed it, and that helped me spill on the created the underrated boxing talk.
yeah, yeah. And we need to educate. We're gonna continue to keep doing this
Yeah.
for as long as we know how. Eventually, I'm gonna start getting in some coaches. We're gonna start talking about some legendary coaches, legendary referees. I want to do one on Howard Cosell one day.
Brooklyn, New York.
Yes, yes, Howard Cosell. We're gonna get him because he was more than just a white face.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't know. He was more than that.
And also Howard Cosell. A lot of people don't know Howard Cosell knows sports, but he know boxing well too.
Yes.
He know all types of sports. You know, he can call it on and one of the few ones that he can cover anything in sports, even in news.
You know what? I'm feeling so damn good today. No, you know what? I ain't gonna do that. That's doing a little too much. I forgot I still got to get up tomorrow, so let me not go overboard. Um,
I'm going on another hour or something. I think I'm
okay,
going. I think I'm going to do underrated boxing talk. I really do.
okay. Well, I'll definitely be over there when you do that. But these conversations are important. We're going to keep bringing them to people. I don't care if it's 3 people listening to me or it's no people listening to me, because some people feel like you're not listening to them, so they don't have a voice. Even if people don't listen to me, I still got a voice, and that voice is going to be heard, rather if it's 3 people listening or nobody listening. But you just have to appreciate if you got 3 people listening, those 3 people can tell 10 people, and them 10 people can tell a lot of other people. So appreciate what you got in your chat.
Mm-hmm.
Don't complain about what you got in your chat. Be appreciative, because the word is going to get around, the videos is going to get around, the messages are going to get around, the love is going to be spread. Just appreciate what you got and don't be so uptight.
Yeah, well, if I'm really thinking about doing underrated boxing talk, and if I go and do that, fam, I want y'all to look out for it. I'm gonna talk about the social ties of different boxers. Why it's so important that it's connected right? Why my math I said why there's a disconnect, and I want to thank Brother McLean to help little by little to get back talk about boxing.
Oh
Because
yeah,
I
yeah,
because that's what's really missing is the social time what these boxers have to go through, even the contenders, and you have to understand these people have families and stuff. You got to understand that there's a lot of racial, a lot of class comes into it, and hopefully we could have. And I'm just putting it out there, brother. I
yeah.
hope that real boxing fans, y'all can come on the panel. Let's talk about this tonight. But even Brother McLean showed that we talk about certain things. We talk about it. But I think that I bring a lot to the. I feel I do bring a lot to the table, and I think that this is that I feel that we need to talk about this because in any boxer being social time it helps shape stuff. Just like you got Mike Tyson from Brownsville, Brooklyn, right? His mother
Yeah,
sent him to the Catskills, and the rest is history.
I'm gonna get
Social
up to.
turn.
I'm
Mom,
gonna get
like
up
what
to
Brother
Catskills.
McLean brought out a good point about Muhammad Ali, the late Muhammad Ali, how he see him. These are socially that we fail to talk about. That's why if you really listen to Mike Tyson, even if he was younger, he understood. Now, did he have his mishaps? Yes, he did. But if you talk about boxing, he know boxing so well. He talked about Jack Johnson and the things that he had to
Yeah,
overcome. Joe Louis, he could talk about. I'm telling y'all need to listen to Mike Tyson. He was a student of the game, and that's what we had to become students of the game. We have to be students, and so I'm gonna bring. Besides, I'm gonna bring that back because I think it's very, very important how Muhammad Ali has been well respected.
yeah.
Also with Mike Tyson. Then if you think about, I don't want to go. I don't want to get too much because I don't want to say something.
Listen, listen. Work, underrated work. We here, work.
So that's when you talk about Floyd Mayweather, he told me he's the best and everything. You got Roy Jones and nah, he ain't the best. He ain't for his people. See what Roy Jones talking about? He talking about the international social content what Muhammad Ali had. Well, how he identified as a man, how he stand up for people, and that gravitate Roy Jones. And that's what anybody you gotta ask people say Roy Jones Muhammad Ali is the best because he helps people. Because Roy Jones get it. People say, "Oh yeah, I analyze Muhammad Ali. This fight, yeah, when how he fight, yes." But I'm talking about his impact in the world, and especially us as a people.
Yeah,
Whenever they see something wrong, they was not afraid to talk about it because he laid the blueprint. You know, and we got to talk about that. How it plays right now. But Brother McLean, like you, they ain't trying to hear. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just 59-year-old, born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. I know some fights that I seen. I watched some boxing in my time, but I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just an old age guy. I don't know what I'm
hmm.
talking. I don't know what I'm talking.
Yeah, man. Um, like I said, we get to educate people, and then I get to get educated because there's a lot of things that I don't know, and I'm looking for some answers. And I just don't want to be comfortable with a certain era of boxing. I want to be comfortable with knowing all boxing from all different backgrounds. All fighters, rather if I heard from him or not. I'm gonna come up here and do Rocky Marciano at one time. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I don't want y'all to think, oh, he just does black fighters. No, I just happen to do the ones that come to my head. But oh, believe me, I've done fighters outside my race.
That's right. We talk. Did we ever do Willie Pep?
Oh shit, no, we never did. We never did. Being the old head is a blessing. Yes, it is.
And
Yes, it
Willie
is.
Pep, and then he said, wow.
Willie
I'll talk
Pep.
about Willie Pep a little bit maybe tonight. But Willie Pep had over 200 something wins. People have said that he one of the best defensive fighters ever. The late great Willie Pep White.
Yeah,
That fought Sandy Saturday. The ones who see, bro, see, I don't like you. I don't like you. But I'm I'm saying it. But I don't like Brother McClain, man. He knows me. But see, you got Sandy Sadler. In his career he had 103 knockouts. The great Sandy Sadler fought in featherweight and super featherweight. 103 knockouts. At that time, it was competitive back then. We talking about the 30s and the 40s. Man. But see, I talk about, Brother Clay know what I'm talking about. You mean, you know,
yeah. Nah,
you,
no, no, I got you.
and they wasn't making no money,
Nah, nah,
nothing.
nah.
You know what? If they didn't have a trainer, they had to take themselves.
Yeah,
Use gloves.
yeah. You're right.
Some of the shorts was used, but for the love of the sport, they fought.
Sure did.
The black murderers. Nobody want to fight them. They have to fight each other so they have their own championship.
Yeah,
But see, underrated don't know what to talk about. I remember the late great Kurt Sugar told me this. He said, underrated, boxing. What you talking about?
rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Kurt Sugar. He want besides he didn't curse me. He said, boxing. He said, you come in, I help you. He said, I make sure. Matter of fact, you was around there at that time too. You was there. You was there, Brother McClain, because you helped
Yeah,
encourage me too.
yeah, yeah.
Because people said I ain't know what I'm talking about. I know exactly what I'm talking about because I do my due diligence. I studied.
When you break things down a certain way that people can't understand, then they're gonna tell you that you don't know what you talk about or you a hater. That's Hey Nas, my man Esco said it the best. People fear what they don't understand,
Yeah.
hate what they can't conquer. So that's it. Like I said, people will take shots at you for telling the truth, but praise you for being a liar.
Yeah.
Popularity versus the truth, and nobody cares about the truth. They only cares about what's popular.
Mm-hmm.
That's the corny ass, goofy ass world we live in. And I never understood that. And I'm like, so you're gonna kick my ass for being truthful, but then praise me for telling a lie. How does that work? I tell my wife that all the time. I'll be like, yo, babe, I don't understand this shit. This shit goofy as fuck. She'd be like, I don't understand it either. But it's crazy. We just try our best to keep away from it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's all we try to do. Um, Whenever I'm on this channel, it's all about history and us learning from each other. because this is a family channel. It ain't too many channels you go into that it's a family channel.
Mhm.
When you walk in it on some of these channels, it's like a damn dysfunctional family. And that's not what we do over here. So that's why we move the way we do. We're gonna teach each other stuff that we don't know. We're gonna help each other learn. I'm not saying we got to be over here on kumbaya. No, but we all are going to be respectful towards each other. We're going to start showing the other channels that's not doing that this is how it goes.
Mhm.
This is how it goes. We're going to respect each other, and anytime we disagree, we know how to fix it. We know how to fix it. We all grown. We're going to talk about it. It will not be none of that shenanigans and sneak dissing going on, not around here, not on my channel. There will be nobody picking on nobody or none of that. There's nobody picking sides. We're not doing none of that. We're going to enjoy ourselves like grown adults.
Mhm.
And that's all to it. There's no other way you can get around what I said. But what if I have a problem with somebody? I just told you, you're going to talk to them about it. But the minute you think you're going to insult them and disrespect them on here, you're not coming back here.
Even on my side too, yo.
You're not coming back here. You will not come back here. How do you, like, I'm a little slow, but how do you pronounce it? Love, how do you pronounce your name? I can't get you. Hold on, give me 1 minute, underrated. 1 minute. Hold it down for me.
Got you. Yeah, how you pronounce your name? Is tell me if I'm right or wrong. Is Angela Bob Bob the Angie Angela Bye? Oh, Angie baby. Okay, I got you. Angie baby. Okay, that's easy. Yeah. God's willing, I should be on by another. I know he's gonna get up in a few minutes. I'm looking at. This is gonna take me time. It's gonna be like 9:35. It's gonna be the underrated Boston talk. I gotta see if I'm up to maybe 98, 99, something like that. I know people say, "Man, you haven't talked boxing on your channel." Yeah, it's been a while, so I know. So so been a while to my boxing on my end, but I feel that God's will is appropriate. Now, we're gonna talk about the social content of boxing, the times, the impact of different fighters. So, I gotta find a thumbnail and stuff, so it could resonate with people. You know, hopefully, Brother McClay can get on this. So I'm looking at hopefully, as soon as we get off here, I'm gonna hop on it, set it up, and I want y'all to come back. Excuse me. I want y'all to come back. Y'all can hear me. Press one. Y'all can hear me. Angie baby, you can hear me. Press one. Okay, cool. And ladies, come too, cause y'all gonna hear something that you never heard before. And also in the near future, gonna talk about women's boxing too. How to play the effect too. I feel it to be talked about too. The social content of women's boxing. That everybody think, oh, this happened like maybe like 10 or 12 years ago. No, ladies, the women's boxing was go beyond that. You got Leela Ali for it. You got Smoking George Fraser's daughter for it. You got the late great George Foreman daughter for it.
Uh, Angie, baby. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Angie. Okay. Okay. Because I saw it. I was starting to say that, but I was like, am I? Okay. Angie. Okay, that's simple. Angie. All right, Angie.
Okay.
Okay. Where you from, Angie? Did I ask you that earlier? I don't know if I asked Angie where she from. She might have told me, but I forgot. It's been a long day. Alicia Baumgartner set up back when she was working on camera. Yeah, that's one of my favorite fighters. Angie, you from here?
Where? What part?
Man, get the hell out of here, Angie. Don't be sitting here. Man, knock it off, Angie. Angie from NY? I don't know why she give me them NY vibes. She was giving me them NY vibes. But I was thinking maybe out of town somewhere.
What
Well,
part,
we got a
Angie?
lot
If
of
you don't mind, you don't mind, I ask.
Angie sound like she might be Brooklyn. I'm getting Brooklyn vibes.
Oh, no,
I
leave
don't
my
know. I
Brooklyn.
might be wrong. If she tell me Harlem, I'm running out this door. She might be Brooklyn. I'm getting Brooklyn vibes.
Queens.
Queens.
The Q.
Oh,
All right. What?
Q.
The Q. Yeah.
That's
What
yo. You know
part?
what though? All jokes aside, Queens is one of my, and this is no cap. I'm not just saying this. Underrated. You heard me say it plenty of time.
Hmm.
Queens is one of my favorite boroughs. I was thinking about moving to Queens, but I wasn't gonna move to no badass part of Queens. There's a lot of fucked up parts of Queens, but there's also a lot of nice parts of Queens.
Yeah.
Queens. Let me tell you something. People sleep on Queens. Huh?
What is it?
QGTM. What's that? I don't know what's that. I'm a little slow. It's a nice. It's a lot of
uh,
nice parts. It's a lot of nice parts of Queens people don't know about.
yeah.
But like you don't move to Southside Jamaica or go. It's certain places you just don't go. But Queens is
Oh,
beautiful.
Queens get the money. Okay. Got
Oh, what Angie? Why you see? That's just like. Why can't you just say that? And Jesus. She had me over here like GT. I thought she was down with the gang or something. I said, yo, she over here set tripping.
I said, yo, no, dude, sorry, Angie, baby. We ain't saying
I
you
thought
sorry.
I thought Angie was over here set tripping for a minute. I was gonna say, wait a minute, hold on. We over here set tripping? Nah, Angie's a good supporter, man. Angie, I'm
Yeah.
glad you out here then. Next year we all do this we do this whole no duck zone barbecue. I've done it 3 years in a row. Next year be my fourth. You're gonna have to come on out here.
All Forest Hills?
Oh man, yeah. You know what? I'll be over that way. Remember, I told you underrated when I go to Queens, when I used to go out there and do them jobs for the little Jamaican dudes I know,
Yeah.
I would get on the E train and get off the last stop. I'm gonna tell you, yo, I went to Queens just finally this year for the Freaky Tie Day.
Mhm.
That was crazy. Yeah,
Um,
you said tripping
yeah.
on no duck zone. Yeah,
Yeah,
I went to Freaky
yeah.
Tie Day. That was crazy.
Angie, I'm near Forest Hills. Do you live near Maspeth or Myrtle Avenue? I'm talking on the Queens side, near Union Turnpike. Press put one or put two for no.
Angie out there set tripping.
Cause I used to play ball in Forest Hills.
Nah, I ain't gonna hold you, man. People be dead ass sleeping on Queens. I'm
Right.
from Queens, but I just moved to BK. Oh shit.
What?
Oh, you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh
Shout out to
man.
BK, baby.
Yo,
Yeah.
man. Didn't I just yo, Ange, man. Yo, Ange, you on some BS, Ange.
Yo, shout out to hometown BK.
Damn it. I knew I was getting Brooklyn vibes from her.
Yeah, shout out to BK.
Yeah. Most definitely. Shout out to BK.
Yeah, but the wings all day, no doubt.
No, no doubt, no doubt. Listen, I love Brooklyn. I love Brooklyn, but I'm a sucker for Queens. You know what I'm saying? I'm a
Okay.
sucker. I got a lot of money going out there too. I ain't gonna hold you though. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all do get the money because I got some of my good paydays going out there because I paint people apartments. And I went out there, man. I made me some money going to paint people apartments. I was like, damn. But it's a lot of low key. Like, if you don't want nobody to find you, move to Queens. Just don't tell nobody where you at.
Man, listen, man. I always love Queens, man.
My wife is like, we ain't moving to Queens. I said, yo, chill out. I said, yo, we gonna get an apartment out there. That's just gonna be a place we gonna go to when we want to kick it.
I tell you one thing. When I was living in Brooklyn, this ain't no cap, yo. When I want to get away, I just take train to Queens. Just stay out there a few hours. It's cool, mad cool in Queens.
I remember when I went to Chink's Drugs, when I went to his funeral, where his funeral was located, I was like, where the I said, well, I had to ask myself, I said, where the fuck are we at? Because you ain't familiar with certain parts. You like,
Yeah.
it was only one part that I was ever familiar with in Queens, and that was Queensbridge.
Mm-hmm.
Know what I'm saying? I used to always go over to Queensbridge. Queensbridge is it's official. But I told you I was just over at Astoria this past summer. I was over in Astoria because that boxing gym is over there. I just went over that way. Then I was in Astoria Projects. You got to go over there to catch the ferry to go back across to Manhattan. I'm like, damn, that's not a part of New York you want to live in. Cause if you ever start some beef or
It
some
is
shit,
huge, huh?
and you got to get on that, yeah, Queensbridge is huge. You ever start some beef, right? Just imagine the only way you get back home is to get on the ferry, but the projects is right there. You might not make it. But see,
I'm,
police stay over that way. So for what I see, police stay over that way. So you got to be careful. But if you got to catch that boat back home, you might be it might be over for you.
I'm gonna tell you one project never sleep on is Ravenswood. You gotta be real careful in Ravenswood.
I walked past there before I got to. That's ain't that Ravenswood is ain't that in Astoria too?
That's in the story. That's like probably like
Yeah,
maybe
I know. You
maybe
got to
10,
go
12
past.
blocks apart. Something
You
like
got to go. You got to go past Queensbridge. I walked past those projects before. Matter of fact, the day I was going to the boxing gym, I was supposed to got on the bus that.
that. Yeah,
So
it
you had
is.
to get on. You had to get on the Rikers Island bus to go over towards that way where I needed to go. But being that I didn't feel like waiting for the bus, I said I'm walking. So I get past these other projects, Ravenswood, and I had heard about them like in documentaries. So I'm looking and I'm like, oh, these are the projects. But the day I went over there was a Saturday. Matter of fact, July 11th, the day of the fight. The day of the fight that they had in
Yeah,
Queens.
yeah,
But that Saturday I went over there, it was dead. And I was like, yo, where the
yeah.
fuck everybody at?
You're right. You're right, Angela. Yep, sure is. In
It
between
is.
a
It is
story
between
project
that.
Queens, but sure is, y'all.
Yeah, I was in Astoria projects. Yeah, because my man was like, "You got to get on the boat, go right there to those projects by the water." And do you realize, underrated? All these years I've been in New York, and I've always been on the other side of the highway and seen those projects, and never knew what those project was. See, if you don't move around New York, you won't know shit. So when people ask you questions, you can't give them answers because you don't know. You just be like, I don't know what projects they are. All I know is those are the projects. I didn't know that till I got to that side. Somebody's like, it's Astoria. I said, I never knew there was a Astoria projects. I
Yeah,
knew about Astoria, but I never knew there was Astoria projects. So when I saw it, I said, now I don't have to question myself when I'm on the other side of the highway and I got to be like, yo, I never found out what those projects was. Now I know. I'm like, now I know. It's good, But this you got to move around New York to know shit.
yeah. Cause back in the day, I used to this back in the '80s. I used to talk to this girl named Lisa. See, I used to go away with it. Boy. That's another
Yeah.
story for another time. Woo!
Yo, you stupid. You stupid.
Right. Mm.
Stupid.
Race,
Yeah.
race, race, I with me.
Shout out to Queens, shout out to Brooklyn, shout out to Staten Island, man.
Yeah,
Shout out to New York, man. Staten Island, that's another place I like going. I like hiding out there, boy. I ain't gonna hold you underrated. It feel good sometimes to go somewhere with somebody don't know you.
yeah,
I go when I get off the ferry, I go up the block. As soon as I get off the ferry, right? When you walking outside, I make that left, like where the bus stop is at, where people are waiting, and
yeah.
that's heading towards Stapleton and all that. And before as you get up to where all the stores is at, there's like a little bench where people sit down and all that. I go right over there, sit my ass down. Don't nobody know you. They don't know if you from over there. You know, they might have said they never saw you before, but you could have just moved over there. Man, I'd be over there chilling like I blend in.
You
Just
talking about?
let me buy a sandwich. I'll be sitting over there on YouTube on my damn phone. I found out last year that Staten Island has a train. I didn't know Staten Island had a
Yeah, they
train.
do. Yeah, they had their own train line. It goes
I didn't
through. It
know that,
goes
bro.
for Staten Island. You get on at the ferry.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
When somebody, you know what? Somebody else mentioned that to me, right? Because they was like, "Why didn't you catch the train?" And I'm like, "I said, don't no fucking train go to no Staten Island, yo, dog. What is you? What
yeah.
are you smoking?" And they like,
It
"Yes,
does.
it
Yeah, it
do,
does.
bro.
Yeah.
My girl live in Staten Island. How you think I be getting? How you think I go see her? My homie from the Bronx. He be like, I be going to Staten Island to see my shorty. I'm telling you, man, I be getting on the train. I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, I'm looking at this dude like, man, you out of your fucking mind, man. What are you talking about right now?
Yeah,
Now
they
that
go
y'all
to
said
New
that,
York.
it's crazy.
Yo, go to New York, all that shit. Like go towards Jersey. And shit. Yeah, yeah.
That's
Now when
crazy.
when you go on the other side, when you go to New Brighton, you gotta catch the bus. But when you go like towards Jersey, New York, and all that, shit, yeah, you catch the train out there. Yeah,
Yeah. That's the thing about being in New York, baby. You're gonna find a lot of things you thought you knew. And that's okay. That's okay because New York is a very big city. So what you think you know, you don't know. I mean, it happens. I don't feel bad about it. Um, you just that's why I like to move around, man. Staten Island's like one of my places I like to go and just chill, bro, because there don't be nothing. Like if nobody don't know you, they don't know you.
yep,
That's another place you can go to that nobody can't find you.
yep,
Like somebody will be like, "Man, you live in Staten Island. I'm not coming to see you. I'm not getting on that boat."
yeah,
That's good. I don't want you to get on the goddamn boat.
yeah. That train been out there for years.
I
Yup.
didn't know that. That's crazy. I didn't know that. I really didn't know that. That's crazy. I really didn't know that. I'm gonna tell you, back in 2016, 2017, I came close to moving out there.
Mhm,
And then I thought about it like I was working in Manhattan, right?
mhm,
I said, yo, do you want to have to move out there instead of just getting living somewhere like in Bronx or something or Harlem? Because now if you move out there, you still gonna have to catch the ferry to come across the water to go to work.
mhm.
Do you want to do that every morning?
Yeah, and it's get cold out there too, dude.
Bruh,
It's very yup.
listen, listen. And when it get cold, it's crowded inside the ferry. When it's nice outside, everybody's not trying to sit inside.
Yup.
So everybody goes out the top, they taking pictures, they doing whatever. Shit, yo, I used to get fucked up on the ferry. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah,
When you talk about drinking, oh, it used to be lit for me.
yeah.
Oh, it used to be lit. Going in, coming back.
Yup.
And sometimes I used to be like, it's too damn hot for this. I was like, wait a minute, it's too hot for this, buddy. Let me calm this down. But
That's be
yeah,
cool
man.
though. It's cool. It's cool though. I mean,
Nah, it is. I love New York, man. I love my city. Sometimes it annoys me because of the behavior of these people. A lot of these people are just a bunch of dweebs and they be doing a little too much. They goofy as shit. But I love my city. But I do need a break from it sometimes.
yeah.
But that's the reason why I put the barbecue together, and that's the reason why it's important because we all get a chance to sit back and not be on social media and just enjoy ourselves.
Yeah.
So we gotta get it. We gotta get our girl Angie out there next year. I'm glad she in New York, BK, Queens. We need Angie out here. Know what I mean? Oh, Angie, are you on Instagram? I don't even know if she's still in here. I gotta ask her if she's on IG. Get her out here next year. She come kick it with us. Trying to get my girl Vay to come out here. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get some of our ladies to get out here, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Oh, I gotta send you one underrated. We gonna get your ass out here too.
Thank
Yeah. Vay, so I don't know if you got me on Instagram, but no Doug's on Instagram, you know, on IG. Just go find me on IG and then holler at me. Just send me a message or something so I know it's you.
you. Yeah.
Cause my IG is real funny. It won't, my IG allow me to follow certain people. Like I don't know what it is, and then when I go follow somebody else, it'll tell me I gotta unfollow somebody so I can follow that person. I'm like, if that shit ain't stupid, it told Seafood he had to have a certain amount of followers for him to go live. I said, when the hell did they start that?
Yeah.
How you gonna tell him he need a certain amount of followers to go live? I said, social media is getting us out of their rabbit ass mind.
Yeah.
Yo, for real, Angie, I'm lying. My Instagram is stupid. I be testing it out to see who I can follow, and then it'll go through, and then it'll be somebody else like They following me, and I'm trying to follow her back, and it's not allowing me. Yo, that's why I don't fuck with Instagram like that. I only use Instagram. Underrated to tell you, I used to do a lot of posting,
Yeah.
but now I used to do a lot of videos. I still do, but I don't do videos with me. I just do videos of other stuff. Now I use Instagram just to post now because I can't take them. One
Yo,
time I
I'm
was
trying to
about,
do so. I'm trying to do some Instagram last week. They won't even let me go live. I said, what the fuck?
they won't let you go live, period.
They
Yeah,
won't
they
let
on
me go
some
live.
bullshit.
Period. They
Yeah,
won't let me go live.
they
Period.
bugging out. Instagram is
Yup.
bugging out. I don't know what's wrong with them. I don't know what came over them, but they bugging out. And it's not right because you got a lot of people that make their money on the gram. Not
Mm-hmm.
everybody's on YouTube. Some people just make their money strict off Facebook or IG, man. So if you playing with people's pages, or whatever, you messing with their money
Yup.
because we need this. This is how people know who we are.
Yup.
So when you start doing stuff like that, you messing us up.
Yup.
And honestly, I don't have time for it. So they start doing that goofy shit with me. I'm like, look, bro, you better go play that with somebody else. Because one thing about it, I don't need my money being played with.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But it is. Oh, you got me? You following me? I appreciate you, and you following my
Oh
brother.
yeah, and also, oh yeah, you can hit me up too. I'm the grinder one on low caps.
You got to give it your real, because it's your real joint on there, right?
No, did she? Did
I'm talking
she?
about your real name.
No, my real is down there. It's the grinder one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. She come out Rockwell with us next year. We gonna have a ball next year, baby. I ain't speaking too much about it on YouTube. I know it's a lot of people who ain't getting no damn invites, but I'm just gonna be sending everybody the invite. We
Mm-hmm.
definitely gonna get it popping though for 2026, baby. Can't wait this time around, man. I was successful for 3 years, man. 3 years I was successful. I said God is good because I didn't know how I was gonna pull it off this year.
Oh, okay, I'm looking at it. Okay,
She said she found it.
the grinder one. Okay.
Yeah, Angie, I know you from New York. Your ass move quick. Hey, she a real New Yorker, man.
Yeah.
She moved quick.
Charge.
Angie the type, Angie the type that'll find you. She got an issue with you. She gonna find your ass.
Yeah.
You thought you was hiding from me, nigga? I got your ass.
Yeah, just send me in vibe. I got you.
You can't hide from Angie. Angie gonna be on you.
Yeah.
She gonna be on you, boy. You cannot run from her. You think you running from her? She on your heels.
Yep.
But I appreciate this talk though, underrated. This was great for the people, man.
I appreciate that. I'm
This is
glad y'all
great.
enjoyed. I'm glad y'all enjoyed the talk. I really
Listen,
do. Mean a lot.
we always need these topic conversations, especially where we can get the ladies, because I want more ladies a part of this channel.
Yeah.
Because we want ladies to feel like they can have a place to come to. You know, once in a while, you always get that one lady who do a little too much, and you got to get rid of them. You know, as you know, we had to do that.
Yeah.
Sometimes people just do a little too much, but we need the ladies in here because no Doug Zone, ladies night with no Doug Zone's coming, man. It's coming. I'm gonna definitely do it. I'm just going to do it when I know the ladies ain't working, and maybe a Saturday night or something, or Friday night. Maybe next week or the week after we get something going. I got to see what I'm gonna have going on.
Yeah.
Because I know Danny Garcia fight is next week,
Mhm.
and we supposed to, I guess tomorrow morning or tomorrow night, we were looking at emails to see if we got approved for it. I hope I did because I need it, bro.
Mhm.
I'm trying to get my content up.
Yeah, me too. I'm trying to
I'm trying to get my content. But you know what? Sometimes too, you got to make sure underrated. Even when you out walking,
Mhm.
make your YouTube shorts. Even when you out walking, even if you walking to the store, if you sitting on the bus, you know, if
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, just make it and put it on there. Shit, that's how people can get to you. You know what I mean? Just put it out there more. We just gotta, just like your name, you gotta stay grinding.
Yeah.
You just got to stay grinding, man. Even if you feel like you ain't getting nothing out of it. Sometimes I'll be like, yo, fuck. But my subscribers have went up.
Mhm.
One time I was stuck on 600 subscribers. I wasn't getting upset, but I was getting a little concerned. Of, damn, how long am I going to be on this? When is it going to move? So when it finally did, I said, yo, it was a blessing. So
Yep.
it's all good. No, we working and we just going to continue. We going to continue to work, man.
Mhm.
Almost got a second hour in. All right, let me 10 more minutes. 10 more
Yeah.
minutes. So other than that, underrated man. Um, yeah, Ron Lyles, man. Go look him up. Ronnie Lyles, go look him up.
Oh, I made up my mind, y'all. I'm going on tonight. It's gonna be underrated Boston Talk number 97. I'm trying to push it for 9:35. It ain't gonna be 9:35. Be 10:05. I'm talking about social content of boxing, Eric
Yeah,
of fighting. That's when we go. That's what we gonna talk about. Open panel.
yeah,
Open panel. And I'm going to screen. And I'm gonna screen people.
yeah. Which I think is cool and it's necessary. It's definitely
So
necessary.
So I'm going to just give me some time. I gotta find a thumbnail that going to fit the title, but it's going to be underrated Boston Talk number 98. I know people say, "Well, 98." I said, "Well, because when I first started, I started at this channel. Then on Google was messing with this channel, so I had to start. Then I started my second day to the grinder real no one grinder real talk. I
Yeah,
continue with that in the underrated Boston talk. Then I bring it back on this show. So I'm just saying that I push it 100.
yeah, yeah. Make sure y'all just go subscribe to my man underrated. Uh, anybody else? Anybody else is out there pushing real content? Um, I make sure y'all go and subscribe to them. Everybody, don't forget what I said. Long as you respect your, long as you protect your space and your peace, you'll be just fine.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you ain't gotta listen to me. Just keep opening your door and letting strangers in. Just keep on. You ain't
Right.
gotta listen to me. The hell with me. Keep
Right.
opening your door and letting people in your house because they got a
Right.
smile on their face. I baked you this cake.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I baked you this cake. I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to start my oh word. Okay, Angie. Let me know. I'll definitely come over and support.
Yeah, yeah. Let me know too, Ange. I got you.
I'll definitely. All you gotta do is just let me know. Hit me up in the DM or whatever. Or hit me up on my live. No Doug Zone. My name is Clarence, but some people just call me C Mac, or some people just call me McLean, or some people say No Doug Zone. So cool. Just let me know when you're doing it, and I'll be there. I am a 98-year-old. Oh man, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We need some old souls to keep shit. We need old souls around.
Yeah.
'Cause
Mm-hmm.
as you can see, the behavior of some of these
Yeah.
people got kids and they act like they're coming out the eighth grade.
Mm-hmm.
So over this channel, and I get to pick people. I pick the right people to be a part of my family. Once I keep y'all guys over here. I'm looking at everybody as family until you give me a reason. Till you give me a reason. No, I'm definitely gonna come, Angie. If you let me know you're doing content, yo, I'm gonna come.
Yeah. I.
Unless I'm in the middle of something because we do have things that we do have to do. So sometimes we have to go back to the replay. Usually, if I miss somebody going live, I'll leave a comment in the comment section. Hey, I missed it, but everybody make sure you like, share, subscribe. Stuff like that. Because a
Mm-hmm.
lot of times I can't catch everything. Everybody can't catch me. I'd rather you miss me and be like, yo, I'll catch the replay than for you to not come through at all. There's just some people, you know how many people know I got a channel and they don't bring their ass through here? And it's cool though. It's cool because
Wow.
they're not gonna get my fucking support on nothing. People will tell you all day they busy doing this and busy doing that. And some people are, but there's some people are just a crock of shit. But it's okay. It's okay. God has blessed me. He has blessed me with some of the most dopest people. You guys are dope, and I love y'all. Sorry, y'all. I was over here taking a swig or something.
I want some.
I was taking a little swig. Now, this is some juice I'm drinking because I'm like,
Oh.
I had told Tiff while I was on the live, I said, baby, bring me some water because I was like, what the fuck going on over here? It's like, damn, I'm a little dehydrated. Like I've been in a freaking boxing gym.
Oh, when we talk about Willie Pep, right? His real name is Willie D. Pettis, but they call him Pep because at
Tracks, I
that time,
appreciate you, Tracks. I appreciate you, Tracks. Thank you. Thank you.
yeah, tracks. Oh yeah, let me let people know again. I will be on between 9:35 or 10:05. It's gonna be the underrated boxing talk number 98, and we're gonna talk about social content boxing of different fighters, what they had to overcome and go through with stuff. Like we're gonna talk about social content in boxing between no, between 9:35 or 10:05. Between those times, want you to come through. It's gonna be open panel.
Yeah. While you doing that, when I get off here, I'm gonna sit back and watch me some. I told Tiff when she walked out the door, I'm gonna watch me some scary movies. Oh, speaking of scary movies, tomorrow night, I need everybody to join me tomorrow night. because we gonna talk about some of our favorite scary movies
Mm.
tomorrow night. It's going down. When I mean it's going down tomorrow night, I'm doing it. I'm doing it on some like 9 o'clock type shit. Yeah, we gonna get this right. We gonna get it right tomorrow. I'm drinking lemon juice and ginger. Angie, what kind of issue on? What's
Mm.
the matter? You got a cold, Angie? Oh shit. Nah, I appreciate y'all, man. I'm telling you, y'all make this so possible for me. I love y'all to death, man. Y'all don't know, man. Tracks, all y'all that come through and rock with me, man. I ain't gonna even lie to y'all, man. It gets overwhelming sometimes because people don't have to come over here and subscribe to you, man. They don't have to listen to you. They don't have to deal with you. I appreciate y'all. A lot of people take people for granted. I don't do that. She said, "Oh, it's good for you." I know, Edge. I'm fooling with you. I'm fooling with you. Yeah, it is good for you. It's good for you. I was actually sitting back drinking some Paul Mason. Know what I
Mm.
mean? That's what I was doing. I was sipping on a little Paulie. Um, but I
Fuck
can't go hard because I got the morning chop ups tomorrow morning. I was going to do boxing tomorrow, but I'm not even doing boxing tomorrow. Because even though Jerron Boots in his fight Saturday, I'll talk about that shit Saturday. I'm going to get up and do my morning chop ups. I'm coming on. I'll keep regularly. We'll catch you. Yeah, that's fact tracks. So tomorrow night we be, and I'm gonna put the thumbnail up while I'm up. We're gonna talk about some of our favorite scary movies. If you're not a scary movie person, it's okay. Yeah, Paul. Just you know what? I haven't even had a whole bunch though, Angie. I had like a. That's why you don't hear me like. I ain't really have that much. You know what I mean? I had like a little cup. That's all. I don't really go crazy like that on a Thursday or when it's like that because I still got to get up with her with the wife in the morning and make sure she good. So
Mm.
yeah, once in a while you need a little sip because the shit you have to deal with in these YouTube streets is unbelievable.
Yeah.
These fools are sometimes these fools make me want to jump in a pool full of alcohol.
Mm.
They'll make you because they unbelievable here. But I keep my sanity, man. I stay away from the nonsense.
Mhm.
But Angie, when you go live, we definitely gonna support. When all the ladies go live, we're gonna try to support um as much as we can.
Yeah.
But Friday night is on, y'all. Friday night. I'll probably do it 8 o'clock Friday night. Make sure everybody home when I do it. I would have waited later to do it, like on some 11 o'clock type shit, but I don't want to do that because I ain't trying to sit up for till 1 o'clock in the morning talking about that shit. So, um, 8 o'clock Friday night probably would be a decent time to do it.
Yeah.
It would be decent. But y'all join my man Underrated tonight. I'm gonna be over there. I'm gonna get ready to let my phone charge about another half an hour or two. When he decides to set it up, make sure we all go over there and we smash that like button when we walk in. Let's not just walk over there peeking. Let's go over there supporting.
Yeah, I'm setting it up right now while we talk. I'm trying to find a picture. That's a problem. After I get the picture, everything. So
Angie, I
I'm about to.
appreciate you. You make sure when you go live, Angie, you let us when you start all that, you let us know and I don't care where I'm at. I'm definitely gonna peek in and support you, sis, because you've been coming through here. You and Vay, y'all been coming through here supporting, being big supporters, and I appreciate y'all sisters. And We're gonna get Vay from California to New York. We're gonna get it from there next year. She don't know, but she gonna bring her ass to New York next year. We're gonna get her out here. You already in New York, so it's all good. We're gonna get all the sisters out here. All the sisters. We're gonna get all our brothers out here. We're gonna get everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's my Cali sis. I got love for her. That's why I be telling her, you got a great channel. Keep these assholes off your channel.
Yup.
Because they don't serve
Right.
a purpose. People
You gotta
see
do that.
innocent people see somebody like her and want to take advantage of it. We not having that. You got suckers that get kicked off of other channels and they get mad that they get kicked off of other channels. So when they see a one channel that they feel like they can take advantage of, they want to do it. And when you telling that person to watch who you let on your channel and stay away from suckers, they get offended. I don't care though, sucker.
Fuck.
A lot of these dudes suck ass dudes out here. They ain't got no YouTube. They got 20 subscribers on their joint. Don't show their face, but want to talk shit. Yeah, man. Protect your space, your peace, and be aware of your surroundings. Underrated, I'm out of here, man. I'm gonna wait for you to come on, Angie. I appreciate you. Everybody that's been rocking with me and continue to rock with me. Support y'all. I love all of y'all. Even if I just met you yesterday, I love all of y'all because you don't have to come through here. So I appreciate y'all.
Let
Tomorrow
me make
morning,
let me
what?
mention this one more time. I will be on between 9:35 or 10:05. It's gonna be the underrated boxing talk number 98. Underrated boxing talk number 98. We're gonna talk about the social content of boxing of different eras and also fighters had to fight. Why it's so important that we need to know then how it's connected right now. So please come back because it's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be open panel. So
Yeah.
watch out for. I should be finished within. I said maybe set up. Maybe I said between 15-20 minutes. Y'all will see it. Y'all will see it. Please come to it. It's very important.
Yes, sir. That being said, love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Go over the underrated tomorrow morning, morning chop ups. Tomorrow night, we're gonna talk about our favorite horror movies. Y'all know what it is. It's the No Duck Zone podcast. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. What's this she put?
That's
Yeah,
what y'all.
yeah, yeah, under yeah, that's yours underrated or Angie's?
It has to be Andrews.
Okay, hold on for 1 second. That's you. I had to dip out to be sure. I don't know why I didn't know. It's all good though. So appreciate y'all. See y'all tomorrow. Y'all know what it is. It's the No Duck Zone podcast. Let's go.
Let's go.